What's up, YouTube gamers? Young Soul dropping another video, and today I want to give you 5 things that Sony and the PlayStation can learn from Microsoft and the Xbox One. Because from what I'm hearing, Xbox One is the best console of all time, so I want to make sure that that Sony makes sure to get on par, either during this generation or next generation. So here's 5 things. Number 1. Don't strive for powerful hardware, okay? There'll be number 3 will also tie into number 1. But number 1, don't strive for powerful hardware. Good frame rates and resolution don't matter, okay? So what? You may end up having the worst version of multiplats next generation. It doesn't matter. People only care about exclusives. That's the only games that can be entertaining anyway. Okay? Obviously, you can't have fun with multiplats because there's no way you can have fun on a game that someone else on a different platform is having fun on at the same time. So don't worry about the power. And again, number 3 will help you out with that anyway. Number 2, just like your competitor, strip out next generation, strip out the features that you had on this generation, and then slowly give them back to the PlayStation owners so that they can hoot and holler and brag about getting features, even though it's the features they had last generation and they're just getting them back again, but they get to brag about something new. Okay, for instance, PlayStation, you got the share button where you can stream directly to YouTube, or you can upload a lot super easy from PS4 straight to YouTube. Go ahead, take that out of PS5. Don't have that at the beginning, and then promise to give it to them, in a monthly update. Thereby, PlayStation fans get to hoot and holler about a new feature, even though it's a feature they already had on PS4. That's number 2. Number 3, and this is very important. This is important because it ties back to number 1 as far as not making the hardware powerful. Come up with a secret power for your console that you promise will come out later and that will move mountains. Doing that allows your fan base to get hyped up whenever they're feeling down. They can always point to that secret thing, that secret sauce, that secret power that's going to revolutionize and make every game better. So it doesn't matter that the hardware was less powerful, because you got this secret thing that's going to do it. Now here's the stipulations though. It has to start with 2 letters followed by 2 numbers. Okay? For instance, let me just give you an example just off the top of my head. Let's call it DX12. Nah, it sounds like someone else is using that. I could swear someone else is using it. Here, let's do this. Let's just change it up. BS33. Okay? The beauty of BS33 is it may end up doing a lot. It may end up doing a little. But it doesn't matter. Your fans are going to be hyping it. That's why you always wait to come out with it. Just keep having your fans build the hype up for PS33 is going to make the difference up, and then some, and it will be the most powerful, blah, 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 blah. The key is you'll be able to take advantage of the hype surrounding BS33. Okay? And again, that ties back into number 1, why you don't need the hardware to be so powerful, because you got the secret BS33 that's going to make it even more powerful than before. Okay? Number 4, keep pushing out sequels to the same tired franchises at a fever pitch. Just keep them going and going and going. Who cares if they're losing steam? I mean, think about it. Why should Uncharted 4 and God of War 4 be the end, when Uncharted 13 and God of War 10 sound so much better? And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to be creative at all to do this. All you got to do is add an enemy over there, move an enemy around over here, add a map over here, move the map around over there, and bada bing, bada boom. You got a whole new sequel. Whole new game sequel that you could put out as a AAA exclusive. And if you do this every year or every other year, that bolsters your AAA exclusive lineup. So why be creative? It takes too much energy to be creative, coming up with all new ideas, when you could just take Uncharted and say, well, you know what? Let's have them let's use another character and let's have them fight somewhere over here or over there. And bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself another AAA exclusive. Very little work. Or with God of War, why can't you just make up? You can make up gods. You don't gotta go by the Greek or the Egyptian gods. You can just start making them up and just keep making games out of it. Why stop? Keep piling on those exclusives so we can brag about them. And number 5 is a two-parter, okay? Number 5, start calling every year's lineup the best lineup that you ever had. Okay? I mean, why not? Why not just say 2016 is going to be the best lineup PlayStation's ever had? No matter what happens, 2017 will be better than that, and then 2018 will be better than that. Why not? There's no law against just saying whatever you want. Okay? I mean, think about it. Your competitor pretty much did that for the greatest lineup in their history, and they essentially came out with only 2 new AAA exclusives. Everything else was timed, remake/ports, small budget/indie games. They only came out with 2 new AAA games. Now, they both were sequels, but they were able to claim that was the greatest lineup in their history. Why not do the same? Keep the hype going. Hype, 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 hype. Now, part B of number 5 is the opposite. Never admit that you have a drought. Andrew House earlier admitted that the rest of 2015 was going to be sparse for PlayStation exclusives. Recently, we actually had a PlayStation guy down in Australia who admitted that PlayStation's first-party games in 2015 weren't that plentiful or whatever. I don't know the quote. I read it somewhere just recently within the last day or two. Why are you saying this? Haven't you noticed that your competition didn't say a thing about having a drought for the first 8.5 months of 2015? And guess what? Guess why they didn't say that? Because they didn't have a drought. You know why they didn't have a drought? Because if you don't admit there's a drought, then there isn't a drought. Look at all the fans of that particular console. None of them will ever admit there was a drought because there wasn't one. Because if you don't acknowledge it, it never happened. That's what you need to learn. Stop admitting anything. Stop admitting any negatives. Don't talk about the negatives ever. Just go out there and say we had the best lineup in PlayStation history this 2015. So, that's my thoughts. The top 5 things Sony and PlayStation can learn from Microsoft and Xbox. Let me know in the comment section, what other things can PlayStation learn from Xbox? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll holler back. Peace.